All right. How's everyone doing? I forgot my background lights. How did I forget those? Oh, yeah. Because I've been crazy busy. I'm trying to learn how to use Linux, and I'm failing drastically. If you don't know what Linux is, it's an operating system much like Mac OS for MacBooks for Apple computers or Windows for PCs. Most people are probably familiar with Windows. Linux is a free operating system that's open source, and I have it on my old MacBook, which is over here, because I'm trying to convert it into a Jellyfin server so I can take all my movies, rip them, and put them on a server so that way my family and I can watch them anywhere we are. But it's becoming a little bit of a headache, but I'll get there. I'm not used to it. But how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. We're wrapping up the week. Tomorrow's the 1st of May. My seniors are done tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. We just finished up the concert yesterday. Kids did great. I'm excited. I'm happy. And we're moving on to the next thing. Bacon's here. There's the sound effect for you. And Shy's there. Let's see. What sound effect could we give Shy? Let's give Shy a... Let's give it over that. How's that going? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Oh. Sorry, before stream, I also had my second nosebleed of all time. Because I don't get nosebleeds. I had my second one, and it was just weird. My nose feels weird now. Ancients! How you doing there, bud? There's your sound effect for the night. Give you a round of applause. How you doing, bud? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. All right. So if you can't tell by the title of the stream today, or if you're watching the VOD later, we're going to be chopping down some trees, and we're going to be gathering up some dirt, because I'm running low on the stuff. I haven't checked to see exactly how much I have, but we're going to be trying. It's a holiday coming in, so it's fine. Hey, that's good. That is good. We're going to be going on summer vacation in about 2 weeks. Doing his daily limb flailing. Daily limb flailing. I miss the days my kids just laid there and flailed around with their limbs just because they didn't move. They didn't constantly say, Dad, Dad, Dad. Let's be real. They mostly say Mom over and over again. But I do have some dirt, but I'm going to need a lot more. Oh, I do miss those days, though. They were cute. And then tummy time. I can't remember which one of my kids hated tummy time. I wanted to say it was my daughter. But if you haven't, Shy, you need to get the floor mat that has not the mobile, but it's like this arc that has like animals and stuff hanging down. And it sings the Purple Monkey in the Bubblegum Tree song. You gotta get it. If I have mine somewhere, I will give it to you. I just don't know where it's at. We might have given it to my sister-in-law. But if you don't have one, you need to find one. Because that is a staple now of children's childhood. I firmly believe. Getting assignments done at a different building. Hey, getting assignments done. I get to finally finish my final for my last class of this semester, at least, on Monday. Just gotta wait for it to open. I wish my professor would open it up. Sadly, he won't. I've emailed and asked politely, and he said no. So, there we are. But we'll get it done, and then I got I think I have about a month off until my next 2 classes start. But I've already looked into what they're about. I've started kind of just learning from YouTube videos just to kind of get ahead of the curve a little bit, because it's all IT stuff, and I'm still fairly new to IT, even though I like learning about it. Make sure I'm not rolling over one of my cats, because my cats have been like crazily moving around on my chair. I had to keep kicking them off. My nose, is if I sniff a lot, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my nose. But yeah, we're gonna gather up some materials and stuff today, because I mean, we have a fair amount of wood items. I need to kind of organize this a little bit better, but it's at least there. And then there's dirt. But I am severely missing a bunch of stuff that I think I left back at the end portal. So we're going to fly back and get that. Where am I putting this? Irons goes here. Gunpowder. We have plenty of gunpowder to at least get us started. So that'll be fine. But I'm missing a pickaxe and a couple other things, so we'll fly back and get it. But yeah, I think we'll dip into our reserves and get some rockets made. But really quick, I'm gonna record a couple clips for an upcoming video, and yeah, we'll call it good there. So I think we'll use our reserve material. I don't even know. I don't like how I'm saying that. So I think we'll craft up some rockets with what we have available. I need to go get some stuff from that. I need to go get. I need to go get some things that I left at the end portal, and then I want to start clearing out an area that I think we could put a gunpowder farm. Yeah. Oh, that Enderman's like flying around. What is he doing? Streaming. There we are. All right. The rest of this is pretty much going to be some B-roll of crafting up some rockets and then chopping down a giant forest, which is going to be the main task of today. But we will also gather up some dirt. We'll probably just fly off in a random direction, gather up some dirt, and fly back. But I do need to trade and get those elytra enchanted. Because I do have 34 levels, we should have enough to get an unbreaking book and a mending book on there. So that'll be nice. Let's see, how much do we got? We got no paper. Wait, that's the wrong folder. There we go. Okay, got some paper. Not a lot. But we got some. Well, Bacon, I hope your assignments are going well. Hope you're finishing strong. I'm excited that our final concert came and it's over. Kids did great. I attribute the mistakes to myself because I got distracted. I didn't give some cues when I needed to, and that's on me, and I 100% give that. But I think what we did, we played a 4-movement piece, and it went really well, and I'm super happy with how it went because we'd never done anything like that before at our school. I've had kids go to conference band and honor bands to do stuff similar, but never like my team as a whole do it, and it was great. You didn't know you had like 12 assignments due tonight? You miss music. I miss having you guys in music. There are days that I sit there where I'm like, I miss these guys. This wouldn't have happened with these guys, or if it would have been at least not as chaotic, but oh well. All right. Well, you don't have to type in the chat, Bacon. Like, if you want me on the background for just background noise, go for it. Like, focus on your assignments. Get those done. I'm going to try to find some more sugar cane so I can craft some stuff up. Would have been funny at least. Yeah, that's true. But I told you, Shy, I think it was you and I who were talking. I wanted to start doing more band pieces with my groups, and we did it. We did an actual like band piece, and I was really happy with them and how it turned out, which is opening so many more doors for us, and I can't wait to see what comes next with it. It's gonna be great. Because we did one in the winter, and we did like our first like actual piece and brought in this one for this semester, and it went really well. I thought I had an unbreaking book somewhere. Did I use it? I must have. Okay, we're gonna have to go trade. So I've got some pieces in mind for next year that we'll look at, and I'll see if they like them. We also got a bunch of instruments this year from grant money. I got another grant, hopefully, that we get tomorrow, which gives us some more instruments, gives us some more opportunity to do some cool stuff. Yeah, it's been a crazy year. It's been ups and downs of emotions, and also just getting stuff going. But it's been fun. Like I can't complain at all. Yeah, I got no unbreaking. I need a mending book. And I need unbreaking 3, unbreaking 2. Efficiency. Unbreaking 2. We'll just get 2 of those and combine them. Call that good. And I need to send a message to my lovely administrators to try to see if they're open to some ideas that I have for scheduling wise. So we'll see. We will see. If not, I'm going to be focusing on my master's classes even more and getting those done. All right. So, I don't need the bundle on there. I need mending on there. Unbreaking 3. Boom. Sweet. All right, we get to test out our elytra for the first time in this world, guys. You get to witness a moment of history for me. Let's go! Oh, we get to fly now. This is great. Now I just need a gunpowder farm. But our gunpowder farm is going to go over here, but we got to tear out, like, all these trees. That's going to be the first thing we're going to start with after we go grab some things. Let's quickly sleep before it gets too dark. Weirdly, newborns remind me of puppies. I mean, I could see the correlation between the two, to be honest. Come on. It's dark. It's nighttime. Let me sleep. They make similar sounds. They do. And the crazy thing is the connection between those two is that as infants, we don't know how to talk. We don't know how to communicate with those around us. So like we only know how to make simple sounds, and the main one is crying. Honestly, crying is one of the biggest ways that we can communicate because we use it to signify I'm hungry, I'm uncomfortable, my pants are soiled, like stuff like that. With dogs, they whimper, and very similar to like the crying for humans. So I think that's kind of interesting to connect them to make them sound more like puppies. All right, I'm gonna try not to waste rockets. I want to try to wait till they're just done, and then zoom down a little bit too. Eventually, we'll make a portal on the roof that connects over here, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Wait, what was that? Sorry, I saw something. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye for that cave. Oh, it's just okay. It's literally just the stone and stuff. I thought it was like an ancient city this high up. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. But we should come up on a villager outpost, I think, or pillager outpost that's over here. Yep. Eventually, I'd like to build a raid farm there. I think that'd be fun. Then we have the cherry grove biome there. Sighs loudly right after he sneezes. Because he's probably relieved. It was probably just a big pressure. Then sneezing, and then boom, done. Cool. All right. And while I'm here, I'm going to clean up some boats. Because don't need those everywhere. Oh, I did not I didn't pause that. I thought I did. Okay. I didn't unpause it. My bad. Just gotta find my way to where I set up the end portal. Whew. All right. Guys, I'm so happy tomorrow's Friday. These last 2 weeks have just, it's been crazy, but also rewarding. Like, I've been really happy with how these last 2 weeks have gone, but it's like when you have a lot of things ready to happen and you're kind of just pent up with stress and all that, and then it's finally done and you can finally relax. My body hasn't fully hit the relaxing stage, which is irritating to a point, but I know that it's gonna really hit. I feel lighter, I know that much. I feel really light now compared to how I did on Monday. But I need to build a better way to get down to this thing. But I really could just, I want my body to just fully relax and be like, okay, we're good, chill. But we're not there yet. Oh, man. Am I just... I don't know where I'm going. Thought it might have been over here. Nope. I definitely need to build a better way to get to this end portal, because running around aimlessly is not helpful. Trying to remember exactly where I was at. I want to say it was over here. It's by where lava could spill out. Which I don't think it was here. This doesn't look familiar. Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh, there were diamond leggings in there? Let's go. I didn't even notice that. I'll take it. Yeah, this is where we first died to the warden. We don't want that again. So, we need to get up there. I'm ignoring those diamonds for now. And those ones. They're there. I know where they are. I'll get them later. I need to get... I want to say it's up this. There we are. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to the end portal there. Oh. Climb up top. And boom. There we are. At least Pretzel Rocks is on it with music today. I'm really liking their choice. I think it's this one we go up. Yep, here we are. So there's a diamond. There's our bow. I was wondering where that went. Oh, I put everything else in here. I didn't realize it was in my ender chest. Okay, well, that solved that mystery. Like, I went ahead and I made another shovel because I forgot. Cool. Alright, I'm going to add this stuff in there just to have it and get it out of the way. Okay, I think we should be good, and I should be able to just go home from here. Eventually, again, we'll set up an end portal or a nether portal over here so we can get easier access. I'm going to add all those too, just so I don't lose them. Do I have more arrows? I do. Good. Just put some of these blocks in there. Okay, I don't think there's much else that I need. Take my water bucket. Cool. Think we're good. Got our stuff back. Now we can clear out some materials. One day I'd love to transform this end island, the main end island, but I don't know what to do with it. So we're just going to leave it for now. And home we go. Boom. Cool. Save that. All right. So over here is where I want to start tearing out everything, because we're going to flatten this all out. Because this is originally where I wanted to build a castle, and that's not happening anymore. I decided to change my mind. We're going to tear this all out. Oh, Fairy Tale is good. I love Fairy Tale. When I first found it, I was like flabbergasted that it was connected to Rave Master, which, if you guys don't know Rave Master, it's a... I don't really remember the story much, but I remember there's a dude with a giant sword, and then there's a quote-unquote dog, Trevor, why are you here? With a carrot nose, and it was one of the craziest animes I remember watching as a kid, but that carrot-nosed dog's name is Plu, and he shows up in Fairy Tale. He's a summoning key for Lucy, and as soon as I saw that, and I was like, I need to see this anime. So I watched all of it. I've seen all of Fairy Tale, and it's really good. It's probably in my top, I would say top 10 of all time. It's probably not in my current top 10 that I'm watching, because I'm not rewatching it yet. But I do like Fairy Tale a lot. For newer anime, I've been watching Demons of the Shadow Realm, which I think they have a new episode coming out tomorrow. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's a good anime, and I'm enjoying it so far. There was another one I started watching, but I can't remember the title. It's a slice of life anime, like kind of like based in school age times, which those are kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. I really like slice of life anime. They're just kind of relaxing to watch and like see life from other people's perspectives. Other than that, I'm almost caught up on One Piece. Almost. Third or fourth time watching it since 5th grade. Woo, dedication. I love it. Well, I might have to make it a point to go back and watch it this summer, because that is definitely a good anime. I used to play a video game online called Grawl, and I modeled my character after Natsu. because of course Natsu was my favorite character until is it? Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher his name. Is it Gajil? The Iron Dragon or the Metal Dragon? The whole concept of people being quote unquote dragons was really cool. So I gravitated towards that as the emo kid that I was growing up, which looking back doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Gajil. Okay, I'm glad I was right on that. And every time I have a student in elementary school, her name is Mavis, and always reminds me of that anime because of the character named Mavis in the show. And I was like, oh, I like that. I've always liked that name because of the show, but very nice. Oh, creeper. Oh, gosh. Baby zombie with a shovel. No, thank you. Okay. Trevor, you're on your own. I'm gonna go sleep quick. Grawl is a crazy throwback. Gosh. I remember playing that game for hours. And I didn't need to play it for hours, but I always played it. And a buddy of mine played it as well. And he might have been the one to get me into it. I can't remember. It might have been me. Because this is back in the iPod Touch days. Like, that was my first real access to the internet. Like, outside of like the home computer that was on dial-up, was the iPhone or iPod Touch. Crazy times, guys. Crazy times to be alive. That was back in the times of LimeWire before it became whatever it is now. And it was after Napster. Napster was, I think, during my time, but it wasn't like fully my time. Like, I wasn't part of the whole Napster movement. But no, I had LimeWire. Yeah, Grawl was such a fun game. Like, I don't even remember. I just remember like using a horse to breathe fire to get gems. That's all I remember. I don't remember much else from that. Outside of that, I like RuneScape, which I still play from time to time. A buddy of mine at work got me back into it during COVID. And I pretty much maxed out the skills that I wanted to max out and haven't touched it really since. I get on every now and then and I'll go fight some hill giants or something. But it's been on my list of things to go back and try out for a bit. I just can't remember if I have it on this phone. I know since I got an upgrade on my phone, I can't remember if I upgraded it or not. Fill in this creeper hole. Not fully, but it's there. I have no system for how I'm chopping these trees down. I'm literally just looking around, finding a short one, and then just chopping it down. And I'll pretty much fill my inventory. We'll drop it off at the tree farm just to have it in there so I can keep the wood somewhat organized. And any saplings and stuff we pick up, I'm not trying to intentionally pick them up, but I am. We'll go put those in like the composter or something. Trying to think of any other anime I watched growing up. Trevor, what do you want? You have dark oak logs. Juggle's fine. The sounds are still not working, Shot. I don't know what's going on, but they stopped working again, and I gotta fix it. Okay, you got nothing good there, Trevor. Sorry. Just gonna take your stuff out. Sorry. Just had to be done. You have no good trades. Like, I remember Bleach, and Bleach is one that I need to... I want to go back and finish 1,000 Year Blood War, because I started to watch that. And I haven't seen all... I don't think there's a couple movies that I haven't seen yet. But I've seen all of the regular Naruto run. I haven't seen all of Shippuden, because... every time I try to start it and watch it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to finish it this time. And then I never do. It just sits there. And I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because I watched the original run, and I'm like, I don't need to see more. Like, we wrapped up. We're good. And now he's got another series with his son, Boruto. Like, crazy. All chopped up. Gotta be getting close to getting my inventory full. No, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm trying to turn my old MacBook into a Jellyfin server. I was going to use my old desktop, but I've been having an issue with trying to update the BIOS, and I think I'm just going to cut my losses right now. I might come back and try to finish it, but I've never really messed with Linux, and I want to learn more about Linux because I'm going to need to know it for my master's degree. And so I installed Linux on this over the Mac OS, and it's working just fine. Like, I have no complaints right now on an old Mac that hasn't been touched in years. But I'm having an issue with, like, getting the files in the correct drives and getting them mounted to where the server can read them. That's been the issue right now. With my brothers, they like to watch them without me so I don't get all the way through my series. Gotcha. See, I watched anime by myself growing up, which I know kind of sounds sad, but I didn't have a lot of people in my life growing up that liked anime. Even my close friends at the time didn't watch it. And then if people ever did like find out I watched anime, they thought I was strange. They thought I was a weirdo. And then flash forward to me being an adult and being a teacher, and anime is like all the rage and kids love it. It's crazy to have that, because then now I can have really cool conversations with my students about anime and like what they're watching and like what's good for shows now and all that. So it's a cool trade-off, honestly. Like I used to watch most of my anime was on YouTube back in the day, like before they started like clamping down on copyright stuff and people uploading things. Yeah, I watched all my anime on YouTube. It was crazy. And some of it was on the Funimation channel because they had full series, and now I went back to go watch some, and you have to pay their membership or something to watch it. And I was like, nah, come on, this used to be free. It's actually 8 chopping trees. A bootleg anime. Yeah, I don't care to do that. I'm not saying I haven't, but I don't care to. I would rather have a site that I could watch, but I was looking into Crunchyroll because I saw all the headlines pop up on Twitter and on Reddit of all these sites getting shut down that would stream anime that weren't necessarily legal. And people talking about Crunchyroll, because like I've had Crunchyroll in the past. I just, as I got older, I made some choices on like what I was going to spend my money on. I wasn't watching as much anime at the time, so I didn't spend it. So I went to go look at it and see, okay, how much is this per month? Or how much could I pay for a year? And they don't even have a year option. And the stuff they do, actually I think they do, but it's a lot higher than what I originally was. Like crazy higher because I thought it was 63 for the year, which I was like, okay, I could swing that. That'd be fine. Like $63. I can watch a lot of stuff that I really want to watch. And yeah, and I saw the pricing, and I'm like, I can't do that. I already pay for Max and Hulu and Disney Plus. I'm not paying for another streaming service like that. So that's why I'm doing a Jellyfin server, because I'm like, I can buy these and put all of my stuff on my hard drives that I have and watch it anytime I want. So the only drawback to that is I won't be able to buy, or I won't be able to watch stuff that's like new than coming out, but I'll be able to watch quite a bit of stuff that I haven't watched yet. And I've got friends who have DVDs too that I could borrow and put on there, so not bad. But the main reason I want to do it is because we have box series of like The Office and Parks and Rec and all that. And one of my wife's favorite shows is The Office. And in order to watch it, we have to get the like Xbox out and hook that up. And it's just a mass of cords, and I'm tired of all the cords everywhere. So I am going to take the box set that we already have, rip it, and put it on there, and then we can watch it anytime, anywhere. No problem. All right. This is getting pretty full. Let's put these away. You don't know what to do while he's awake more? I mean, tummy time is always going to be great. I recommend that mat I was telling you about that sings the Purple Monkey and the Bubblegum Tree, like all that. Once he gets a little better at holding his neck up, which is going to be a while, you can easily get one of those mama, what are they called? They're like the things you strap the baby to your chest, and you can either put them forward or towards you. And we did that for our kids a lot, and it was like very nice to be able to get some housework done. While we did that. There we go. Birch, and just throw everything in there for now, because I don't need it. But that's always what we did, was we would just strap them to our chests and then get some work done. I played a lot of music. I played my guitar around my kids a lot. And stuff like that. Watched a lot of TV, a lot of movies as well, even when they were awake. But you'll find ways to fill your time. It just might take a little bit to get used to like the things as they change. And once you get a routine in, you'll have to change it. That's kind of how it is. You can't get comfortable in it, and that's something that it took me a little bit to break loose of, because I got so used to the habit of the kids would be tired, and so they'll go to bed at 5, and it's like, okay, then that changed. They're going to bed at 7. Now they're going to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and yep, once you get a routine established, it's gonna change, and that's just normal. So I did baby wearing to go out about with your mom. Okay. I'm trying to think. I think our junior high science teacher might still have our stroller, but we might have another one. I can't remember if I have that out at my mother-in-law's. It's purple. Because I think it's an Ashley brand. I'm trying to remember. Because been awake from 12 to 2 a.m. Oh, yeah. So that can happen. And you just gotta learn the day and night cycle, because otherwise his nights will become day and his days will become night. So he'll sleep during the day and then be up all night. Yeah, that takes some getting adjusted to, but you'll get it. Especially when you get him to like nap times. So like white noise will help with that too. I'll leave the beehives because I might take those for some ambient kind of stuff later. Also, another thing is that when they do sleep, like, don't try to just be quiet. Like, actually, like, vacuum or do things, because then they get used to, like, louder noises and they can sleep through a lot more stuff, which is very nice. Because that was always an issue that I had. My wife had to, like, teach me how to do things, because I was always like, the baby's asleep. We're not going to do anything. Because I don't want them to wake up. So I'd be like tiptoeing through the house and not doing anything. And it's like, well, we really need to vacuum. So, but then she had to be like, just vacuum. The baby will go back to bed. They got to get used to loud noises. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense as you get into it. But I know in the beginning, my kids would wake up at like that 12 to 2 a.m. and then that would be like a feeding time. Well, definitely my daughter, because my son, after like the first few weeks, my son slept through the night. He was always a good sleeper. Now he sleeps too well and he doesn't want to wake up. Now he's just a grumpus in the mornings. Okay. This area is going to take a while to chop down. So probably we'll be doing this on stream next week as well. It's just chopping down trees. Oh, these tall oaks. Moshan, can we like remove the tall oak? I mean, they're nice for aesthetic stuff. But when it comes to chopping them down, they are annoying. Let me tell you that. Have another oak log up here? Let's see one. If I do, it'll show itself and just be floating, and then I'll get upset that it's just a floating tree. But we should have plenty of oak and birch after this project's done. Because originally this town that I want to build over here wasn't going to have all of this torn out, but the more I built it, the more I was like, I need to make it bigger. So that has been the plan now. Which I think I showed the layout of the town last stream, but if we have some time at the end of this one, I can show it again. But this next week, I need to make a checklist of some stuff I need to fix for the stream, and a checklist of the videos I'm going to be working on, and add that to my content kind of list. And really get just back into the swing of stuff. But I'm bummed that trigger fire sound effects and stuff does not want to play correctly. Like, I got it working once and then it stopped, and I don't know why. And I know there is a OBS update that I might have to just use, so our to-do, so it might be it just needs to update. But I'll dig into it. We'll figure it out. Call it good. And over here, I wanted to, I don't know, the plan was to like level this out to a certain point, but part of me wants to just tear it down to where it's flat because everything I'm building is on a flat area because it's a town. So I'm wondering if I just flatten this out to, I don't know, whatever level that ravine is over by the Copper Golem army. Might double check what level that is and see if that might be easier than building it up. Because the schematic for it's going to be flat. So that is nice. I'm not going to do like all the terraforming for it if I do that. I just have to do like a single layer of dirt and then fill in a couple holes. Since I'm tearing out all these trees, that's going to make the job a lot easier. And now that we're by the skeleton farm with the zombie farm, I can get twice as much XP and heal up my stuff. So that'll be nice. I chopped these ones down. Can't tell. I did not. That one I did. Yeah, we're getting a good chunk kind of cut out. But we'll get a bunch of trees done today, and I'm going to double check that level for dirt, because then we can also start digging out the dirt. And I can make a perimeter of it first, just to make it my life a lot easier. Okay, is that it? Or is there a hidden one up here? There's always a hidden one. Always. Except for now, it looks like I actually got him. Nice. I will take that win. Done. Okay. We're getting there. Inventory's almost getting there. I also can't wait until I can finally update this world to the tiny takeover and get all the baby mobs. So I still haven't done that. I need to check at all of my mods to see if they're all updated. I think most of them are. The one that I don't know if has been is the Fabra shot. Because it took forever for them to even get it updated for this one. I don't even think I still have it, because I don't know if they updated. I really wish I knew how to mod, because if I could get a hold of the source code for some of these and figure out how to do stuff, I might be able to actually update them myself. But that's probably also more trouble than it's worth. I would rather have it be someone who knows what they're doing. Because even just the little experience I have with code... What's up, X? The little experience I've had with code is that one wrong move can mess up a whole line of code, or a whole thing of code, and I'd rather not have that happen. How's it going, bud? I'm chopping down some trees, and then might take a break from it and start flattening out some earth, but I gotta I gotta see what level we're at over by that ravine first. Ouch, dang it. Tall oaks again. Hate these trees. Not as much as mangrove. Chopping down... I love the mangrove wood. I hate the trees. I hate chopping down those trees. They're always a pain in the butt unless you start from the top. Alright. Let's go back. Drop off some more wood for our good golem buddy here. And I need to go sleep. I don't have a bed in here. I thought I did. But I don't. Crazy day for a short Friday tomorrow. Learning steel framing. That's a bit of a learning curve. Work email got hacked, so that's something I got to figure out. Ooh, that's never fun. I am learning more and more about how accounts like email and stuff get hacked. I'm taking a certification online for cybersecurity to kind of go along with my master's in IT, and just learning about some of the processes that people will go through. CK did drop it 5 minutes ago and you didn't say anything? I didn't see that. All right. We'll drop it. We'll drop it. I need to fix the drop it image too. But steel framing wise, I know nothing about that. But no, just the methods that they can go through to hack accounts is kind of crazy. Not nighttime, we're good. Okay. Also, a gas station I worked on is having a grand opening, so I have to swing by there after work. Nice. That's cool. That's really cool. I just found out that we had what's the chain called? It's not Quick Stop. What is it? It's Quick Star. That's it. We go through them all the time because I'm originally from Iowa, and they're all over. I grew up having them, and I love Quick Stars, and the fact that I got one near me is great. Your birthday is next Friday, the 23rd? Dude, that's awesome. Wait, I said that wrong. You're going to be 23 next Friday, not the 23rd. I read that wrong. I get it. No, that's exciting, dude. If I don't remember on Thursday, happy early birthday. I'm going to try to remember. I'm really bad with birthdays. I'm trying to... My wife will attest to that because I got her birthday wrong around the time when we first started dating, and she's never let me live it down. So I try my best. All right, the drop it is over. Thanks, CK. Let me drop my sword. All right, let's see what level. I don't want it to be that level. I think we're gonna go off of this one. Hacked one of your managers and they used that email to send me a high priority email in Outlook with a secured document. Ooh, that's never fun. Well, maybe we will build down that. What level am I standing on down here? If I go back. That's 66. this is 60. Okay, so it's only down. If I go this level, pretty much, I think it would be fine. Just from like here. So that way we can still get that as a background. I think that'd be good. Let's do a giant perimeter first. And then I only have to dig out certain portions. Yeah, the amount of effort that some people go through to hack is kind of crazy. I think it's this right here. Let's find out. Free cam. Yep. Boop. We'll just dig a perimeter, and then we can use that to fill in stuff too as we go. And the fact that they can hack you through PDFs and like suspicious links, I can understand. But like one of the newer ones was like hacking through PDFs. Like that shocked me because it's a document. Like how are you like running things into a document? Crazy. Never get high priority emails from anyone from work, especially high priority. Yeah, I guess like, and if you're aware of that, yeah, that makes sense that it would be, he'd be aware of it. Good on you for catching that. Well, seeing that you got a high priority email at least. We'll go. And that right there, that'll be a good kind of frame of reference. Build this across too. But eventually I'll make the schematic for the flat area that this town's going to go on, and then I need to figure out where I want the creeper farm at, because that's going to be the main part of this video, I think, that I'm building. So let's go to the other side then. Anything with the email yet, so I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure since I opened it, he wasn't for sure, and he for sure didn't send it. Yeah, I don't know. I would check your computers for any like readme.txt files, because like when my school got hacked this last year, that was one thing that they found. It was like the ransom note that the hackers left behind, because you know hackers can't just get a better job. But oh come on, those pillagers just spawned in. Are you kidding me? I don't have my shield or my good bow. I wish I had my shield. Flying from the air, though, is fun, though. Do like an air raid. Gosh. Why do you guys hit so hard? There we go. Okay, back to work there. Alright, we're going along this route here. But if you got sent the email from your boss's email, it would make me think that your boss's email is the one that's hacked. And probably just tried to get kind of further by sending you an email. Ran a full antivirus scan. HR give me a bunch of information about IT people our company uses. That's fair. Yeah, I imagine your IT people are probably going to be on top of it, too. But cybersecurity is an interesting thing. I'm excited to learn more as I do it. Do I need to go farther? Yeah, I do. Because we're going to pretty much go like here, lined up with this mountain. That's going to be the goal there. But that's easy to tear this stuff out. And we'll make it a big project. That's the fun part about it. Gives me something to work on, too, in this world. Because I've been scratching my head at what I want to build. And I'm like, I need a creeper farm to get more wings. I already have a sugarcane farm. I just need to AFK at it for a little bit. Or make a better one. Come on, sand. All right. That's perfect, actually. I will take it. Check my email. Yeah, he was for sure hacked. I was guessing. Guess apparently everything else. Heard he'd be hacked. Told me not to open it because he was hacked after I opened it. Yeah, that's usually how that goes, right? It's like, well, you told me not to open it, but you said that after I had already opened it, so yeah. Sorry, boss. Well, as humans, we are curious creatures. That is for sure. I probably would have done the same thing. But ever since our school got hacked, I take a lot more extra precautions. I use a VPN on my phone, on my laptop. I even have one on my desktop for emergencies. Oh, everyone else had heard that he'd been hacked. Got it. All right. Dirt needs a home. We'll just drop off dirt here for now. Thought you had something important for once. Isn't that the kicker, though? It's like, oh, I finally have a priority email. Somebody loves me. and hacked. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Especially if you don't normally get those kind of emails. You're like, ooh, exciting. Something's happening. And then nope. Like, you've won $2 million. Click here to claim it. Like, oh, sweet. Don't actually do that if you get an email like that, guys. Just a heads up on that. That is definitely not something that's going to happen. Sorry. I would love for someone to actually like open their email and win $2 million, but the only person winning in that is the hacker. All right. I think I have most of this mapped out to where I can starting on that end and just digging this way. And I can tear out trees while I'm at it. I really need shulker boxes. I should probably get shulker boxes at some point, but I'm not going to do that today. Nah. No important tasks, just hacking. That's all it is. Yeah, that does suck. Is this the... Yep, that's the spot. Yeah, we'll just start tearing out this. I think that'll be good. All the dirt that I could ever need right here. But now that I have access to the end, I just need shulkers. Which, I hate that all the shulkers that I did fight didn't give me anything. You won $2 million. Click here to claim. It's like, X, this just takes me to your bank account. Now, can you imagine what it'd be like to actually just like wake up and you just won $2 million? That would be insane. Insane, guys. It's such a crazy amount of money. And the amount of things that would be taken care of with that is mind-boggling. Okay, do I have any more? Hop up here and get this birch tree. Would you prefer Venmo? I mean, if you got it, yeah. That reminds me, somebody, a student's parent Venmo'd me so I could grab them something from a taco. We got in with district music, and my students were like begging to go to this taco place, and they had already eaten at school. And so I said, if you have money, you can get food. That's fine, because I hadn't eaten all day. I didn't eat breakfast or anything, so I was like, I need something to eat. That's fine. If you guys have your own money, that's fine. So a lot of kids, like, they had parents give them money, or they had like cards and stuff. They were good to go. But I had a couple kids who didn't. So their parents Venmo'd me, and I took care of it. And it was like the tacos there were cheap, but they were good though. I did enjoy the tacos. Millions of dollars didn't quite feel the same when you regularly work on a multi-million. See, since I don't work on a multi-million-dollar system, like I work on stuff that's a couple thousand, but I don't know, $1 million, $2 million would be fantastic. Not as mystical. I think it would still could be mystical. It just depends on the context. You know? Because I think if you woke up and you just had $2 million sitting right there ready to go, I think you'd be like, okay, well, I know what I'm getting taken care of first. And Honestly, I would probably go buy like the best cheeseburger I could think of. That'd probably be my first thing. And then I was like, okay, now let's tackle this. Let's tackle that. And yeah. But a nice treat would be great. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to work a lot better than me placing blocks and making it hollow. Plus, then I'll have extra dirt lying around for projects, and I am happy about that idea. Buys 2 million fountain drinks for a gas station. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could easily spend that if I tried. Because there's a lot of people out there that say, I don't know how I would spend $2 million. Like, I know how I could spend that in a heartbeat. I could spend it on useless junk, or I could spend it on stuff that I need to buy or need to spend it on. But either way, I could figure it out. What would I do? So for mine, I would pay off my house. I would pay off my student loans. I'd pay off my wife's student loans. I would probably just cash flow a new car, because I've been driving the same car for going on 8 years. And I'd put a lot of it away for my kids' college funds. What else would I do? You know, medical bills and stuff that we had, because my wife's surgery, and she's probably gonna have another one coming up. Probably take care of that. What else? I'm sure I'd find some more stuff to do. Honestly. A new pickup. A pickup would be great. I debated on if that's what I want to go to after my car is done. Oh, investing. Investing would be a huge thing. I'd invest a good chunk of it too, because that would pay for itself in no time. Honestly. I never ask a lot of you guys like if you invest at all. I started investing this last year to hopefully put more towards my retirement and stuff, but I never ask people if they invest things. Because a lot of times people do it through like retirement through work, but like outside of that, they don't do a whole lot. Because that was starting a business. That was one thing I was going to do with this channel, was I was going to start an LLC when I was kind of on the up and up. And then with everything that changed with the algorithm and now everything's kind of dropped, I backed off on that idea. I don't know. It's definitely not in the realm of possibilities, but I'm not doing it right now. About a 2008 Chevy pickup. But I'm battling Rust. Yeah, Rust is going to be one of those things that just kind of... It can happen. Even the back of my car on the back hatch is starting to rust. It bubbled up and stuff. And I don't know if that was just something I had to do with the paint or what. 401k is your only investment? Okay. Honestly, 401k is not bad. Definitely do that. One thing I looked into, and I started looking into this because a buddy of mine has his own investment account that he does. And then I'm talking to my grandfather about what he did when he was, you know, starting out working and all that. So I started a Roth IRA, which is just essentially another retirement account that I'm putting money into, and it just compounds over time, and it'll pay me back eventually. And I started going through Fidelity because that's what my grandfather goes through or went through. And when I looked into them, they pretty much, you can choose an option where they take care of it. Like you pretty much, you deposit the money, they invest for you, and you don't have to really think about it. And I was all about that because then I was like, I don't even have to touch it. It just gets pulled and I'm good to go. And I just started, so I don't have a lot in there, but I can definitely see it already starting to grow and build. And by the time I do retire, which is in the far, far future, it will definitely be a nice chunk of change for my wife and I to live off of. Severity. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to replace the whole bed. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's a drag. That is a drag. I get you there. Is there, like, since it's an '08, couldn't you go to a U-Pull-It and pull a bed off of an old one and just swap them out? I mean, if it's a work truck and stuff, you don't even have to care about the paint if it matches. Just boom, take an old bed, unhook the old one, put the new one on.